Hello and welcome to ESAT. I am Ngidwalde with the news. Leaders and representatives of opposition political groups have returned home in response to a call by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, who has ever since appointed to the office in April been seeking opponents and critics of the government to join him in the political process in the country. While in exile, the groups and individuals that returned home over the weekend have been actively campaigning for political reforms in Ethiopia. Ambassador Kasa Kebede, a minister with the former communist regime, had returned home after 27 years in exile. He was welcomed by officials of the government and had an audience with the Deputy Prime Minister, Demeke Mekonnen. Ambassador Kebede told reporters on arrival that although he was not the official representative of the opposition groups abroad, he would deliver their messages to the government. He said he returned home as he was encouraged by the call for reconciliation and change by the Prime Minister. A group representing factions of the Oromo Liberation Front has also returned home over the weekend. Among them is Brigadier General Hailu Gonfa, who left the country and went to Eritrea, denouncing the killing of protesters in the post-2005 elections. Leaders of the Oromo Democratic Front, led by Lench Oleta and Dima Nago, had returned home in May. Residents of 20 cities in the Amhara region held rallies in support of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and his economic and political reform initiatives. The scene at the Bahar Dar Stadium was like no other, as tens of thousands of residents of the city and its environs gather flying the Ethiopian tricolor. Regional officials as well as General Assamino Tsige and an opposition politician, Mawawish Alemu, who have been released recently from long-term prison, have addressed a roaring crowd that also carry cut-out boards of activists and political figures. Gaddu Andargacho, the regional president, urged the public to keep a watchful eye on those who wish to undermine the people's movement for political change. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed thanked the people for supporting reform measures. The young Prime Minister has gotten the support from a diverse group of people, including opposition party leaders and exiled critics, for his call of reconciliation, unity, and forgiveness to move the country forward. Pope Francis singled out as good news about Ethiopia and Eritrea recent peace talks. The Pope hailed what he called good news that Ethiopia and Eritrea are willing to discuss peace prospects for what has been one of Africa's longest-running conflicts. Francis told the Catholic faithful gathered at St. Peter's Square on Sunday that in the midst of so many conflicts, it's dutiful to point out an initiative that can be called historic. Ethiopia's foreign minister said Thursday that the leaders of the two countries would meet soon. The countries broke off relations when border war began in 1998, 5 years after Eritrea won independence from Ethiopia. The report by Daily Mail said Francis expressed hope that having their government speak together for peace after 20 years would turn on a light of hope for these two countries in the Horn of Africa and for the entire African continent. That ends the news. Thanks for watching.